Our DJ is on the decks. Join me, Shayulenga, for all this and more on The Tribe, exclusive to One Africa.
The International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future, a hub of abundant opportunities.
We are IUM for life. We are IUM.
Good evening, I'm Tonata Kavila in the news tonight. Mumps cases spiked to nearly 150 in the Oshana region. Student loses home shop in devastating shack fire. Shifeta under fire for neglecting farmers' plight near Bwabwata, and Business on One, Comments Corner, Sport and the weather. As of today, the mumps outbreak in the Oshana region has reached approximately 150 cases. This is according to the Oshana region Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Kibandwa Asumani, who stated that the illness is a viral infection which spreads rapidly.
According to online health information on mumps, mumps is an infection caused by a virus that can be spread from person to person. The virus is known for puffy cheeks and tender swollen jaws. The Oshana Region Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Asumani Kibandwa, in a telephonic interview with News on One, said that mumps cases were first reported in December last year, but were not as many. Kibandwa added that last month, a total of 28 cases were reported at the Oshakati West Primary School in the Oshana region.
That's 150 cases. Plus minus, I'm talking about plus minus because, cases are coming. Every day, facilities are reporting. Months have been there. I mean, we have been recording some 1 case all over the year. From December, the cases were getting a bit more. And mumps, it is known like a non-notifiable disease. That's why we're not reporting anything. But in December, we were requested by the national level to be reporting the mumps because the cases were getting a bit high. It means we started reporting the cases weekly from December. And then by the beginning of Feb, the numbers were getting increased, especially in some schools. It is a virus that infects the salivary gland. It means the salivary gland is the gland that produces saliva. And once someone coughs or speaks, it goes through droplets. The little drop that someone coughs or someone speaks, and the droplets will be in the atmosphere. And once someone breathes, you also get the virus. The viral disease that spreads through droplets. And because it's spreading through droplets, the virus is in the atmosphere, and most of the people who are affected, they are kids from, let me talk about grade at school, from grade 1 to grade 3. When we received cases in December, they were mostly coming from the community, and we were not spotting that which school are you coming from. Isolated cases from the community, that's starting to increase in number. And then in Feb, Oshakati West reported. some cases.
In addition, Kibandwa explained that mumps manifests itself through symptoms of swelling behind the jaw, followed by a fever, loss of appetite, and dehydration. He said precautionary measures include wearing of masks and washing of hands. Kibandwa urged members of the public to report suspected cases to their nearest health facilities.
We notice the swelling behind the jaw. Jaw becomes puffy. It means you might see one side can be swollen, the other side no, or you might see both sides are swollen. Once the swelling comes, the child or the patient that has mumps will be showing fever, and it's higher fever from 38 above. Loss of appetite, and you'll be requesting to drink water now and then. We are talking about mumps in children, but we should not forget that mumps can also affect adults. But in the community, we can all use masks the same way we've been using masks for COVID, especially when you have a child in the house with mumps, and avoid sharing cups, bottles at this time of mumps, especially when you have a kid with mumps in your house. Thirdly, I was talking about improving the immune system. Kids go to school, we have to make sure that they drink enough juice, enough water, and try to really boost their immune system. There are some complications that are linked with mumps, such as meningitis. It means inflammation of the tissues around the brain. You can have pancreatitis, infection of the pancreas. That gives you a lot of stomach pain. Always look at, especially the boys, they will be complaining with a bit of pain on in the scrotum, the testicles. They're a bit painful. And when they are painful, you should report to the health centers and report to the doctor.
Kibandwa further stated that the Ministry of Health has enforced mitigating factors such as awareness raising in the communities and is exploring the option of introducing the mumps vaccine.
Swipe on it and win! Come bank with us and stand a chance to win the grand prize of an eco-friendly hybrid vehicle or one of 40 fuel vouchers worth $40,000 Namibian.
Full tank, asseblief.
To enter, simply make any purchase using your Bank Vintage Visa debit or credit card between the 1st of October 2022 and the 31st of March 2023. With your Bank Vintage Visa card in hand, let's journey together with every swipe. Visit bankvintage.com.na for more information. Protect yourself against fraud and never share your PIN. T's and C's apply. Bank Vintage, a member of Capricorn Group.
Just 2 weeks ago, a 31-year-old woman from Windhoek's Okahanja Park informal settlement set up a home shop to support herself and her 2 younger children. However, Frida Nicodemus' small business, including stock valued at 4,000 Namibia dollars and cash of 500 Namibia dollars, were destroyed, along with her shack, leaving her and her 2 children aged 3 and 8 years homeless.
This is where the bar was, and this was the fridge for the bar, and it has burned.
Final year counseling student Frida Nicodemus had just left her home to go buy some groceries and stock for her home shop from a mini market not far from her home. She, however, returned to only find charred poles where her home and shop once was, and her belongings burned to blackened ruin. Nicodemus told News on One that she had scheduled to throw a party to officially open her business last week Saturday. Now left with literally nothing, she is pleading with Good Samaritans to assist her in rebuilding her shack. She added that her children also need clothes because they are still wearing the same clothes since last Friday.
I don't know what caused the fire, but I have a fridge that works on gas. Perhaps that caused the fire, but the gas didn't explode. The whole shack has totally burned down and burned to the ground. I am left with nothing. So many things burned inside, like the stock for the bar. I just recently bought stock for 4,500 Namibian dollars because I was planning to have an opening party. The sitting room chairs, kitchenware and bedroom cupboards have all burned to the ground. I would like to ask Good Samaritans to help me with corrugated iron to help put back the shack and some clothes for me and my 2 kids. For now, we are seeking shelter at the nearby shack.
A community leader who is also the fire victim's mother, Rusa Umati, stated that it is tragic that her daughter's house burned down, destroying all her possessions.
The whole place has burned to the ground. As you can see, the other room only burned half. With the help of the neighbors, we managed to get a few of the belongings out, but most of it burned. Not everything was able to be saved, because water was one of the biggest challenges. We use water carts, so it was difficult to access the water fast. We were assisted with water from the neighbors. Many could not assist because we use water carts.
A neighbor, Lemesia Matthew, stated that shack fires are becoming more frequent in the settlement and that it is difficult to extinguish such fires because to do so they need to fetch water from communal taps. She added that at times residents do not store enough water at their shack or do not have prepaid water cards, which means they only have a little water available to put out a fire.
We extinguished the fire using water we had stored in our homes while waiting for the fire brigade to arrive. They found us busy putting out the fire. We further demolished the shack at places where there was no fire to take out what we could from the shack. That is how we assisted, and we tried to put out the fire because we were afraid it will spread to nearby shacks because it is positioned in the middle of the houses.
The young woman is pleading with Good Samaritans to assist her in rebuilding her shack or any kind of donation. She is reachable on 081 604 0249 or 081 33 60 885.
The Parliamentary Standing Committee on Constitutional and Legal Affairs has criticized the Minister of Environment, Forestry and Tourism, Pohamba Shifeta, for defending a law that prohibits communal farmers from grazing in the Bobwata National Park. Shifeta stated that allowing farmers to graze in the park could lead to the spread of foot and mouth disease.
The Parliamentary Standing Committee on Constitutional and Legal Affairs received a petition from the Hambukushu Traditional Authority in 2021, requesting the National Assembly to revisit the cabinet decision that prohibits cattle in Bobwata National Park or any game park in the north and east. Committee member Eliphas Ndingara expressed disappointment in the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism, stating that it has not engaged communities to hear their plight. Ndingara stated that the minister's claims of a potential cattle disease outbreak are unfounded.
So the problem is when we are making dangerous statement, which is not truly the statement which is destroying the economy of the country is unsafe. Because the situation, we went there, we went on site, we took the people from the ministries. They could not prove the statement which the minister is saying. They couldn't. They say it's corrected, and we are waiting for the correction from the Ministry of Agriculture up to now since last year, so that they can write to inform the Namibian police and all the law enforcement, so that they can make a correction of the wrong that was made by the two ministries. So the correction was agreed already, so we are just waiting for the implementation. What the minister was saying now is not correct, because the Minister of Agriculture is having a different statement. So they have presentations made to us, to the committee. I don't know why the minister is concentrating more on agriculture, because agriculture have made their statement, they have investigated, they found nothing, unconfirmed allegations.
Shifeta responded stating that the ministry stands by the decision because allowing cattle to graze in the Bwabwata National Park could threaten the beef industry and negatively affect the economy. Shifeta also noted that communities surrounding the park were offered benefits in the form of concessions and self-sustainable opportunities in tourism. However, Shifeta stated that the Hambukushu Traditional Authority refused to accept.
And the request was rejected based on valid economic reasons. One is that, and that's also I want to answer why the cattle are not allowed to be parked. It's not because the ministry does not want people to graze there. It's for economic reasons. The Bwabwata National Park it stretched down to the east, up to the Divundu. It's an infected area of mouse and of FMT. And the cattle who happen to be there are declared as not disease-free. And for you to farm there, that means it doesn't make economically rational. It is no economic rationality because those cattle, unless you consume it, they cannot go anywhere. But from Divundu, it's a protected area down to the Kunene area, Kunene region. So that's for economic reasons why it was left like that. Because of that reason, cattle are not allowed there. So the other part that I probably want to engage you on is that in the park, there's a provision of the law and also the policy to benefit community within the national park or national parks, just like any other parks that we have, and then the residents surrounding the national parks, those neighboring national parks.
SWAPO party member and member of parliament, Paula Copper, chaired the meeting. This is the final consultation before the committee compiles a report that will be submitted to the National Assembly for further deliberation.
Ready? Wow. Mia, can you send me that? Sure.
Mia, can you send me that?
Mia, can you send me that?
Green light. Red light. Can you send me that?
Hey, can you send me that? Sure.
Swipe on it and win! Come bank with us and stand a chance to win the grand prize of an eco-friendly hybrid vehicle or one of 40 fuel vouchers worth $40,000 Namibian.
Full tank, as a believe.
To enter, simply make any purchase using your bank vintage Visa debit or credit card between the 1st of October 2022 and the 31st of March 2023. With your bank vintage Visa card in hand, let's journey together with every swipe. Visit bankvintage.com.na for more information. Protect yourself against fraud and never share your PIN. T's and C's apply. Bank Vintage, a member of Capricorn Group.
Welcome to this evening's edition of Business on One. Growth in secondary industries of the economy is expected to improve gradually in 2023. This is according to the economic outlook released by the Bank of Namibia this week. Despite the better performance in the manufacturing, water and electricity sectors, construction is predicted to lag behind and record another contraction this year before picking up in 2024. According to the Central Bank Governor Johannes Kavahab, they plan to look into ways to revive the construction sector as it has recorded a weak growth since 2016 when the economic recession began.
We are concerned when we look at the incoming data on the construction sector. The result is the result. The reason for that is both government and the private sector projects have really come to almost a halt. It's pretty low. You know, in the past it was probably either of those, but at this point in time, the development budget of the government as well as the private sector, if you also look at the interest rate environment where we are, it is concerning. The growth that we have seen, when we quoted a number of 3.9% growth that is expected for 2022, that's very much, as Dr. Postwick called it, it's a mining growth, it's capital intensive, it's not coming from a labor intensive type of industry. So what we need in terms of growth is job creating type of growth, and construction sector has been very good. So we said, why don't we go out as the Bank of Namibia and do some investigation, some research about what can be done in terms of helping the construction sector in the country. So would reviewing the LTVs help? So this is something we've decided we're going to investigate. So we are, as you are, concerned about the growth in the construction sector that is almost very, very, very weak now for an extended period of time. And we are looking at what we can do from a policy point of view.
And that is all we have for you. Be sure to join us again next time for another edition of Business on One.
Now a look at the Comments Corner, your daily dose of comments from our social media pages. The Teachers Union of Namibia's Secretary General Mahongora Kavihwa said that the increase in the basic education budget to recruit more teachers as well as build and renovate classrooms will bring relief to the education sector. Olivia said those in charge overspend unnecessarily due to inflated costs. Mia said a large portion of the money will cover the salaries of employees. Areseb said those funds will end up in pockets of tenderpreneurs. Panduleni wants tenders to go to the rightful companies. That is all from Comments Corner. Be sure to engage on our stories on our social media pages for broadcast or news on One.
We've always had the bravery to stand up for what is Namibian. From protecting our homes to fighting injustices, we still celebrate what it means to us and raise a glass to those who show their bravery. No matter how they take on the world, with all this potential in the land of the brave, what will you do to make this Namibia your Namibia?
And now for a look at what's happening on the sport front. The Namibian Muay Thai Federation this week hosted a Muay Thai demonstration for children from the Windhoek-based after-school center under the Ministry of Gender Equality, Poverty Eradication and Social Welfare.
The demonstration hosted by the Muay Thai Federation saw more than 100 students from the after-school center attend a seminar at the after-school center. An international female Muay Thai fighter, Sonia Simon, who became part of the Muay Thai combat team in 2019, told Sport on One that Muay Thai has helped her gain self-belief and confidence, especially since the sport is dominated by men.
When I came here, my self-esteem, the way I communicated, and a lot of things were different. And then here I learned to stand up for myself, to communicate assertive, and actually gained a lot of self-confidence. So, and then you meet people in the street, they'll be like, oh yeah, you are a lady, why this fight? Like all these kind of athlete, all of these kind, but why would you pick this one? And then I would tell them that it's not about being a lady, it's about believing in yourself. It's about standing up for what you believe in.
In addition, the General Secretary for the Namibian Muay Thai Federation, Emmanuel Yukara, explained to Sport on One that the seminar was all about demonstrating Muay Thai techniques and educating the children on the values and traditions Muay Thai holds.
On March 7th, we had a very engaging seminar and Muay Thai demonstration at the After School Center under the Ministry of Gender Equality, Poverty, Eradication and Social Welfare. So we had about 100 children participating in the seminar, where we just showed them what Muay Thai really, stands for, and the values: honor, fair play, tradition, excellence, and respect. So we obviously showed them the techniques of how Muay Thai is different to other combat sports.
Muay Thai is a fighting style from Thailand that translates into Thai boxing and involves kicks and punches using knees and elbows, amongst others.
That's all the sport news we had for you. Please stay tuned for the weather forecast. We've come to the end of tonight's edition of News on One. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. From me, Tonata Kadila, and the rest of the team, it's good night.
The International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future, a hub of abundant opportunities.
We are IUM for life. We are IUM.
Damabe